Hi Taurus, this is Tara with Ariana Star. This is your forecast for October 2022. Let's just dive into your reading. I will rely on tarot and I'll also use some oracle cards. The energy that you're carrying in from September is a very aloof Queen of Swords. Perhaps you were businesslike at this time. You wanted to get ahead. You wanted to do as much as you could. I think you were someone who was in control of situations and you had achieved your ends. I think in these final days your schedule had been altered. You had to reschedule meetings. You had to adjust according to what the clients wanted. Technically also you were a bit challenged. However, the Queen of Swords is also a lady who's very free and impartial while handling situations, and you were coming across as someone who was just that. Obstacles to overcome or the challenges that October is going to pose for you is the Six of Cups. Oftentimes, Taurus, you could be gripped by nostalgia. Maybe there's a rift or a separation in a relationship that you're countering. You see this lady, her head is tilted. Maybe she is thinking about the past. She's reminiscing about the past. Maybe because there's been an estrangement in a relationship. That is why she's thinking about it. I think you could also be someone who is going to overreact to situations. That is why it would be best, or it would be imperative, Taurus, to maintain your poise. Again, unscheduled work could also leave you hassled. Taurus, you should also connect with friends and acquaintances, or you should network if you want to make gains, but then maybe you want to be all by yourself. Influences for this month, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Surely you will make gains, but then you should also see things from a larger perspective, or you should understand whether the gains that you're making are short-term gains or they're going to amount to something more in the future. Many of you may find yourself in situations where you feel that someone is walking over you, so you need to assert yourself rather than let people take you for granted. For some Taurus, I'm also picking up that your health could be a bit of an issue here, but you should be rest assured that those tentative moments will also pass, and you shouldn't worry or fret too much over your health. Maybe you'll also be a bit affected. I think you should also be very watchful, especially because two queens have come up in your reading, so maybe there are going to be females. At times, we don't understand what's going on behind the surface, so that is why I think you should look at others more closely. Maybe there's also betrayal, which you will understand as time passes by. The first 10 days of October, we have the Ace of Cups. You desire newness, you want new beginnings, but I think you should take everything with a pinch of salt. From the Ace to the 10, there's a long way off, so you should be careful what you speak. I think Taurus, you should also be prepared for hard work, because a tiny little spider has just crawled up here. So definitely there's going to be hard work in store for you, but you should also weigh your words carefully. Keeping our cards close to our chest or not divulging much could also help our cause. Maybe you'll have to adjust to the changing schedules. I think planned work could get cancelled, so this means that you have a lot of pending work. Other than that, I think because you're going to be overworked, there could also be errors which you should be careful about. I think even in the leadership position, you will assert yourself. You don't want your juniors to change. Maybe your juniors want more freedom, they want more time to complete assignments, but then you will stick to your guns. Financial transactions will also keep you busy. I think on the home front also, I think there could be repairs which could be underway, especially with respect to water pumps. The next 10 days, that is 11th to 20th October, we have the Knight of Swords. This is a very positive and active energy. You can expect your schedule to go for a toss. You have to be very flexible. You are going to be someone who is going to take the bull by the horns. Communication is also going to increase. So adaptability is the key here for Taurus. Besides, I think because you're in this energy, you're going to be very adventurous. You're going to be prepared for unforeseen eventualities. Basically, Taurus, you have to be prepared. Work could come up at short notice, so you have to prioritize here. It helps, Taurus, you're somebody who is willing to go the extra mile to earn some bucks. Many of you could also be dealing with a very whimsical colleague or a superior. He is also altering the plans. That is why you wonder whether the plan will bear fruit. Taurus, in case you're the leader of the pack, you're not going to put up with indisciplined or sluggish workers. You want them to act immediately. Sometimes you could also be a bit emotional. So Taurus, I think you should try not to make a mountain out of a molehill. The final days of October, we have the 10 of Wands. This is for 21st to 31st October. I think your responsibilities are going to increase at this time. You're going to be a bit stressed out. This person, his back is a bit bent because there are wands lined up on his shoulder. So there are heavy burdens which are going to leave you stressed out. But then Taurus, these are the challenges which are going to harden you for your future. Sometimes, you may feel worthless. You may feel that everything in life is cyclic, that you're back to square one. Your family members could question your decisions here, but then you are going to get the support from friends, even if you feel that family is not as supportive as you would have liked. Financially also, you may be facing a cash crunch. And we also have the 9 of Wands, which did come up in your reading or just flipped up. So there's a message here. I think even if it's frustrating, you should get down, you should roll up your sleeves, and you should carry on with the hard work, because there's always a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Maybe you should also take up meditation or yoga class. It will benefit you. With respect to your love life, I have this card. Would you reject me? I think Taurus, you are dealing with someone who is going to have insecurities. This person is having second thoughts about the relationship. He is wondering whether he will match up to you when it comes to your looks or your demeanor or your abilities. Maybe this person also feels that he isn't financially stable. I think many Taurus, you could also be dealing with someone from your past. This person is like the Knight of Swords. He is re-entering your life quickly. Maybe you wonder what he is up to, but you will understand that this person has also stirred emotions in you. Maybe that is why you're wondering whether to go ahead with this relationship, and this person could be wondering whether you are going to give this relationship a chance. We do have the Ace of Cups here, so something is brewing when it comes to romance here. Those of you who fancy someone, I think you want to reach out to this person, but then maybe you also fear rejection. Maybe this person has other plans. Maybe he wants to focus on his family. Nevertheless, you do believe that this person gets you like no other. You do believe that the two of you understand each other perfectly well, that you are connected on the 5D plane, even if you are physically apart. Romancing Taurus, I think you can expect good exchange, or you're going to be very flirtatious this month. Your partner is also going to be very supportive of you when it comes to work or when it comes to your ideas. The universe is also talking about third party, or some of you could be in a third party relationship. So you could be in a state of suspension. You want this relationship to move forward, but then you also want to be practical about your connection. You don't want to be dealing with someone who is a player. Maybe some Taurus, you're dealing with a person who is very suspicious. He feels that you have other suitors, or that you're in a third party situation. From the Butterfly Oracle deck, we have this card, Body Changes. Earlier in this reading, we did talk about you going through some health problems, but then, like I said, the universe is also going to give you some kind of reassurance that you needn't worry about the health problem that you're facing. I think you should make some positive changes in your diet, or you should go for meditation, yoga, or you should also do away with toxic food. There's going to be some kind of transformation which you are going to undergo with respect to your physical persona here. The last card in this reading is self-respect from Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is telling you to focus on your own self-respect. It's not about ego here, it's about being assertive when someone is trying to put you down. Maybe you feel worthless because you're financially unstable, but Archangel Michael is reassuring you that things are going to work out fine if you have the self-confidence in your abilities, or if you're going to focus on the positives here. Maybe your relationships are also affected because your person is misbehaving. That is why I think self-respect is the key here for a stable and healthy relationship. All in all, Taurus, I think this October is going to be a mixed month. You're going to be adventurous, but you also have to work that much harder. You should also avoid disagreements with loved ones or family members, or even in the work front, and focus on self-respect. I hope, Taurus, you liked your reading. This is Star with Ariana Stark. Please give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye. Till the next time.